Prison officers, have you ever met an inmate you respected greatly? In my 15 years working at maximum security, I met thousands of inmates, but none like Omar. He was serving 25 years for shooting someone during a robbery gone wrong. The thing is, he wasn't the shooter. His brother was. But Omar took the fall because his brother had 3 young kids. The first time I saw Omar, he was teaching another inmate how to read in the library. Not unusual, except this was at 3 a.m. See, Omar had worked out a deal with the night guards. He'd help clean the cafeteria after hours in exchange for using the library to tutor guys who were too embarrassed to be seen learning during the day. I remember asking him why he bothered. He looked at me and said, "Everyone deserves a chance to write letters home to their mama. Simple as that." What really got me was how he handled the gang stuff. We had major problems with rival groups, but Omar somehow stayed neutral. One day, 2 gangs were about to go at it in the yard. Omar walked right between them, pulled out a chessboard and challenged both leaders to a game. Said whoever won would get his dessert portions for a month. These tough guys, covered in tattoos, actually sat down and played. By the time they finished, they'd forgotten what they were fighting about. Omar lost his pudding cups for 2 months. Turned out he'd promised it to both sides. Pudding's cheaper than blood, he told me later. He started this thing called Mama's Kitchen in the cafeteria. Once a month, he'd convince the kitchen staff to let inmates cook recipes from home. You'd see these hardened criminals carefully writing down their mother's recipes, arguing about the right way to season collard greens. But here's what really got to me. Omar had this notebook where he kept track of every inmate's kids' birthdays. He'd help guys with no money make cards out of whatever they could find. Coffee stains for paint, threads from their uniforms for decoration. Some of the toughest inmates I knew would get teary-eyed when their kids wrote back. 8 years into his sentence, his brother confessed. Omar could have walked free, but he refused to leave. Said too many guys were counting on him. His brother had gotten clean, had a steady job. The kids were doing well in school. Some cages aren't made of steel, Omar told me. Then came the riot. 2 gangs fighting over territory. In the chaos, a young guard got cornered. Omar stepped in, took a blade to the gut, saved the guard's life. As I was putting pressure on his wound, he just kept asking if everyone was okay.